everyone, Joe here from the Minecart Alliance, and welcome back to another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, guys. In the last episode, we went ahead and we started the Act 2 branch of this game, so going through some stuff, and today we're going to be carrying on that. Apologies for the lighting. My lighting is always just awful, but trying to light the room properly is a pain. So if I move my curtain around, I get really blown out by the sun, so it's like trying to get the natural light, but not too much. But then trying not to get too much. I'm hoping that yeah. But yeah, anyway, so I did a poll on my Discord, which I haven't actually checked since I did it. Well, I checked it once, but I did it in the wrong channel, and basically it got buried. And because I pinged everyone, I didn't exactly want to ping everyone again in the correct channel. So the results are 1 vote for Yuri, no votes for Monica, and no votes for Natsuki. So it looks like we're going to be going for Yuri, which is fine. Okay, so words that we think Yuri might like. Landscape, tragedy, affirmative, depression, heartbeat. Oh, I'm surprised that's a Natsuki word. Vitality, tears, fantasy. Oh, okay. Extreme, melancholy, unrestrained. Rain clouds, definitely something to say. Natsuki would say. Disarray, festa, crimson, promise, anger, unstable, pain, secretive, and stars. I'm gonna say Starscape. Okay then. Hi again, Miney! Good to see you, didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. So I am very dark. Let me turn on my lamp. Just bring that over a bit. That might help. Nope, that's below me outcome. That's sort of how I need to light above me, I think. I don't understand how lighting works. I understand the concept of I understand what I know there's such a thing as a 3-point lighting system. I'm just gonna leave that off. Like, I've got my main light on. I don't just put it away, guys. Let me move this curtain. We'll do that. Okay, I'm gonna put my curtain like that to let some natural light onto my face. Okay. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oh god. Thank you for keeping your promise, Miney. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, hang on! He doesn't deserve, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to come here or just hang out or what, but if you don't take it seriously, then you won't hear the end of it. Natsuki, you have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I've seen this game too many times, I know the line underneath her. Also, yeah, I can turn that off. Monica? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plopped back into her seat. I'm sorry, Miney. Why? I've just noticed the screen's tilting. Why is it tilting? We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might be interested in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I am in this club now, so I only feel right for me to do something like that. If you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like Yuri. I was just trying to be... I want to try to be part of the club. Your music sounds slightly off key. That line of music. I don't know, maybe I'm hearing things wrong. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? Are you sure? Classic line on the channel. Any veterans from the channel will know. I just feel like, well, as the vice president and all, I should at least help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'd like. Yuri, thank you! I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh. Okay, back to normal. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled... I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression. Like she's waiting for the... I can read. Promise. Like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is roaming around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. Uh-oh. She sneaks in a glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just, spacing out. I mutter this sentence, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. I was focused. So, if I was more focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed anything in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped by the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just so happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines, just their lust for blood. Oh, a lovely story, Yuri. But the facility gets even worse and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story. So that the dark turn came from nowhere. I mean, the book is titled The Portrait of Markov. That sounds like a dark story. You know, I don't know why. That just gives me dark vibes. I could be wrong. But yeah, that's the vibe I get from it. Anyhow. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Miney? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, sure. So don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri was into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different on the inside. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of story that channels you to look at life from a different perspective. When horrible things happen, not because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... Wait, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. But hey, don't apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. I'm definitely not yawning because I'm bored. No, the reason why I am yawning is because I'm tired, which is weird to me because... I was not tired before I hit record, but now I'm doing a lot of reading and focusing. I think I'm getting tired. Here's all. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. What was that? I saw that. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. Just means you're passionate about reading, which is true. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well start reading it, right? Oh boy. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book and I had to... Why am I yawning? I'm sorry, guys. Like, I've been awake for like a few hours. Like, I woke up at 6 this morning, and it's now... It's just one... Is it 1:40 or 12:40? It's 1:40, so that's not too bad. That's like, I've nearly been up for 7 hours. 8. I can do maths, I promise. Oh, why am I got my hands on the keyboard like I'm doing WASD stuff? That's the wrong emote. Such bloody joystick emote. Alright, is it fine if I just sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? Look at this. In fact, this reminds me of an old clip. I'll see if I can dig it out. I'll maybe link it in the description. I'll probably forget. But it's like an old clip from Twitch where I'm just like, are you sure? When I read this line for the first time. But when I first played this game, guys, this was like December when I first played this game. That's the crazy thing. And it's now like October. You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just that it's something I'm not very used to. That is reading company with someone. I see. Well, just let me know if I end up distracting you, okay? Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was bathing in the... What was that? Yuri, you really apologise a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against yours. Oh my god, I've just remembered. When I first played this game, I read that line as not my desk. I read, I slide my dick until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book between the two of them. Makes that sentence a whole nother thing, doesn't it? Anyway, moving on. When you see... I think... Oh, it's just the arm of the chair. And in the shadow of the box. Okay. Oh, I have an X. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my arm is in the way, but instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Oh. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! I do the same with my right arms on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb and after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Oh my. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page. Dun dun dun. Why do I go dun 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 for that? I don't know. Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she's finished reading the page before me, so I turn it of my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning the page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, and she catches it in her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character of this kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No. I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she seems... the way she second guesses things she says or not that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get to that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Look at the different facial expressions. I love this. This game is so beautiful. I love it so much. Are you feeling alright? You've been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... my breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest and starts to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the room. What on earth was that about? Hey, Miney. Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh no, not really. Wow, Monica. Ooh. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. I like this voice of Monica actually. I'm going to try and keep this up. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. It's kind of a mix between my normal voice and the Valley Girl voice. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start showing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait till Yuri gets back? Well, she might be gone a while, so I figured we should get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book and put it back into my bag. Oh, I'm so sorry for all the yawning. Whose poem should I read next? Well, first, I'm going to make a save as well, quickly. But yeah, that was an interesting little turn of events there. That's how far from the recording are we, by the way? 20 minutes. Okay, cool. Let's do Natsuki's first. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably a good idea that I start with her first. I'm paraphrasing some of these lines slightly, but the gist is the same, I think. Huh? Manny, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. That's the second time she said that to me this playthrough. What? Harsh. What were you expecting to... What? You expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Yeah, I put effort into picking Yuri's words, so Do you think I'm stupid? Yeah, you are. I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. This is fun again. Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it. I like that, bro. It's so simple. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school... I'm assuming that was... Okay, cool. Sorry, I've just got an email. I've just got a message from someone important. Everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't actually even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of people writing poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I don't know why I decided to smack the desk there and not like my chest or something. Does that hurt my hand? Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Tell me about it. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about it, about simple writing, is if it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling in that last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm getting glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is. Maybe you should give them one of your motives, mate. You probably should care about how old everyone is. Why am I getting... Jesus Christ, I'm getting multiple texts today. Yes, I know. Thank you. Oh, I'm going to... 1 second. I'm just going to quickly check this. So I swear you used to be able to pause recording in OBS, but I can't do it anymore for some reason. I'm just multitasking on my second monitor. Sorry, I'm just waiting for a text that is... Sorry, I'm in the middle of like verifying something. Okay, cool beans. So I have my cat with me today. Cool. Yeah, cool. That's what I thought it was. Just wanted to check. Okay, sorry. I'm going to get back into it. Sorry, I'm just spreading a lot of important things right now. If you're not in my Twitch or my Discord, then you won't know what's going on. I'm not going to go into detail on this video, but yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, so I have to keep an eye on top of things. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. There's just Monica left. Hi, Miney. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to show you what you wrote with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Miney. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? That's the sort of barrier that we'll have to learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I had one look at my poem. Good job, Miney. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easier for me to keep one's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Yeah, I know she does. Because we wrote a blooming poem for Yuri. So, yeah, believe it or not, I do know that, Monica. But thank you for reminding me. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. Like, I'm not quite going full Valley Girl with her, but I'm also not quite fully going, you know, it's trying to find that balance. I don't mean it that like it's a bad thing though, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head, and it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must really be starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Wow, Monica. Wow, girl. You're really doing the dirty on Yuri. What happened to girl code? Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologise. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you were able to take all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get on my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. Because I'm pretty confident for someone who can actually not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Oh my word, I'm getting pings up the fucking wazoo. Clear. I'll try to read it. It's open over here. It's getting a preview of my chat room on screen. But doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my blurred eyes can no longer see colour. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm really not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the time in between words and lines. When performed out, it can really be really powerful. That's what the inspiration behind. Was that the inspiration? What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that if I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. And epiphany? Yeah, something like that. It's kind of, I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. So we only have Yuri left. Let's read Yuri's poem. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? What did she say? Oh, she said exceptional. Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a deep breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time. Really? Yuri stares at me bluntly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri tries off, unable to find an excuse. Sorry. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if she's breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing is that new writers try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and then fit the two together. The end result is that both of the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her whole demeanour totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologising to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love your thoughts. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if this is a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of the hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I like that poem. Yuri always has really good poems, I feel like. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually read longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad that you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time showing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Haha. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Miney. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Doesn't surprise me. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last place, remembering people, a place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solid when you put it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Miney. Me too. Right. I think I'm gonna leave today's episode there, because we've been going now for about 35 minutes, and that's really taken it out of me, and I've only done, like I say, 35 minutes of reading. But thank you very much for watching, everyone. I really do hope that you have enjoyed. If you have enjoyed today's video and you want to see more content like this on the channel, please don't forget to like it. If you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel. You can check out my main channel and my tutorial channel, linked as always down below. You can also check out my Twitch, where very soon, potentially today, depending on how I'm feeling, I'm going to be doing some DDLC plus the side stories. I'm going to be streaming them live over my Twitch, twitch.tv/YourMyCutAlliance, linked as always down in the description below. And you can also check out my Discord over there. Come and join our lovely Discord community. It's my favourite part of the community. It's really lovely. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video, guys. Good bye.